See, this is why, family, it's important for us to show up not only in church, but in our lives with empty vessels. See, this woman, when we read it, we find out that she has been dealt a bad hand. Her husband has died, and he's left her with all kinds of debt, and she has no way of paying it, and now the creditor is coming to take her sons as slaves. However, this woman, when she was dealt a bad hand, she did not go and song and cry and act like Eeyore. What does she go? She goes to the prophet searching for a solution. And I'm here tonight to tell you, if you've been dealt a bad hand in your life, that our God is greater. And instead of sulking about it, hiding about it, being angry about it, she goes to the man of God to figure out a solution. I think there's too many Christians, something as bad has happened to them. And instead of just going to God with our problems, what we end up doing is we begin to just complain to anyone who will hear us instead of going to God and saying, hey, God, this is what's going on. What can you do about it? Help me, God. What can I do, God? Help me. And that's what this woman does. She goes to the man of God, Elisha, and says, what can you do for me? She comes to him and she says, I need help. And he says, okay, what do you have in your house? And she goes, nothing. And I think Elijah kind of just sat there and was like, nothing? No, you have nothing. I got this jar of oil. He says, perfect. Verse 3 says, then he says, okay, cool. Go borrow vessels from everywhere, from all of your neighbors. Empty vessels. The oil will flow so long as there's space in the vessels. When the vessels were full, the oil ceased. It stopped. And how many times are our vessels full of junk? And so God's Spirit stops. And this is why it's important for us to bring empty vessels. How often do we show up to a Sunday night service and the oil is pouring? It's saturated in this place. And we're not able to receive it because our vessels are full of pride, anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, and whatever it might be. Listen, this is why it's important for us to let go of those things so that our vessels are empty so God can fill them.